The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Go Cowboys! This is Talkin Cowboys. Streaming live from the Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco.
C.D. Lamb, touchdown. Parsons has sacked it. Prescott keeps it, and he bangs it in for the touchdown.
And now your hosts, Isaiah Stanback, Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, and Kyle Youmans.
It's a wonderful Wednesday edition of Talkin Cowboys presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, live from the Star in Frisco, Texas in the SWBC studios. Welcome in, everybody, as the Cowboys prepare for their matchup with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Today we preview the Dallas defense going up against that Tampa Bay offense. For Patrik Walker, Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam in the back, I'm Kyle Youmans. Josh Rodriguez, what is Baker Mayfield?
Hot. On fire.
Oh, what?
You know what I mean? He's so hot, dude.
Fuego.
Whoa, wait,
You know what I mean? He's on fire,
That's
man.
how he ended the show yesterday. That is
He's
literally-
playing.
Welcome back, Isaiah. It's true, though.
Yeah, he's on a heater right now.
In fuego. He's
So hot right now.
so hot.
Baker.
Super hot.
The baker is hot.
The baker's hot. Yeah, exactly. The oven's hot.
Turned up the heat in the kitchen, baby.
Yeah, let's go.
So Dallas
I
defense
like
has to
Baker
face
Mayfield, you know?
the Bucks offense?
Yeah. Why?
Just
Stop with this. Stop with this.
Just
This is
asking.
my least favorite
The-
Isaiah-ism.
the-
It's like, oh, okay.
What happened?
It's the coy version
it's
of
the
Isaiah. I don't
antithesis.
want it, man, because you have a defense that's playing really well over the last few weeks, regardless of all of the issues that you have in injury reports and injured players going off the field. I'm telling you, man.
Okay.
We got a good chance. I don't want the coy Isaiah
I didn't
today.
say that you didn't have a good chance. I just asked a generic
Yeah, but
question.
you
No,
did the whole
you-
opposite of saying it with your
I'm
chest
just
thing
saying that
do.
you have to play against a Baker Mayfield and a Mike Evans.
Acting like
Mike
we're
Evans,
the
right?
Panthers or
Yeah.
something.
Isn't that
dude.
Mike Evans?
Yeah.
10 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons.
We were
Mike
talking about him
Evans.
yesterday.
About to be 11.
Yeah,
About
sure.
The future.
It is?
Future Hall of Famer.
The future Hall of Famer.
We talked about it.
We talked about it
In order to
yesterday.
hit 1,000, he has to have a really good game against the Cowboys, Kyle. Jeez.
They've got 3 games
You are
left.
the worst.
They've got 3 games left.
You are the worst.
They're battling for an NFC playoff
They are.
spot.
They are fighting. Now, can the Cowboys be the disruptors?
I would love
You
it.
have the opportunity to play the role of disruptor this week. When was the last time you got a chance to do that?
I
The
think you
next
can do
3
it.
weeks.
Yeah.
You can mess up some seeding the next
go.
3 weeks.
But you're acting like we're the
Be the
Panthers or
villain.
something, man.
That's what I'm talking. There you go. Be the villain. Be the
You're acting like we're the
spoiler.
Panthers who we just beat, dude. I don't know.
I didn't say anything.
It's the way you say it.
I didn't say anything.
It's the tone of his voice.
He
doing
didn't
that
say
thing.
anything. That's the whole key
He's
behind
doing that
it
thing
all.
again.
They played pretty well against Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase defensively a couple weeks ago. The defense played well enough to win that game against Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. So now,
That's the number one.
How many yards
number
did Chase have?
What was that?
He had quite a bit, 170 plus. But they only scored 20 points until the last
Yeah,
series
the
of the
offense
game.
as a whole.
Was that one game?
Yeah,
That was one game.
that was one game.
He's doing
Have
that
you ever
thing
heard of bend
again.
and don't break? You never heard of
He's
that?
doing that thing again.
You did have 2 tutties, though.
You did.
2 tutties and almost 200 yards?
Yeah,
One
of those,
player.
One of those tutties shouldn't have existed.
Not the whole position, but one play.
One of those tutties should not have
It's
existed.
The whole, actually, pretty much the whole position. Nobody else really had anything that day. No T. Higgins,
No.
nothing like that.
Don't touch the block punt, and the second touchdown doesn't happen.
Hey, but you had Trayvon Diggs in that game. He'll be ready to
I'm
go
just
this
reading
week.
something. The Cowboys
Now
have
Kyle is
let
doing the
Sorry.
Isaiah.
the Cowboys
thing.
have let a
Now
wide receiver hit 100 plus a wide receiver hit 100 plus receiving yards and 1 plus touchdown in in 3 of their last 4 games.
Except for Adam Thielen, he didn't do anything.
Scary Terry
2
had
interceptions when
102
He was targeted.
in week 12. Scary Terry had 102. Jamar Chase had 177,
Who won that first
and
game?
Jalen Coker had 110.
Won that game.
Won
too.
that game too.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is,
Just let him have it.
yeah, if it gets you,
Yeah.
if you can win with them getting it, fine.
Let 'em have
Stop the run and get your takeaways.
Ben,
With
don't
it.
break,
Let's go.
baby.
Let's go.
Stop the run, get your takeaways, and reward
Is,
the defense
is
once you
Bucky
get takeaways.
healthy?
Irving? I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so was
Who's their
Chuba
running
Hubbard.
back? Who's their running back coach?
Yeah, Chuba Hubbard was
Skip
healthy.
Pete. Skip Pete is their running
Skip
back
Pete
coach.
sounds familiar.
Yeah, he used to play
pretty good.
Former Cowboys
Coach
running
here.
back coach. I do love me some
Oh,
Skip
they
Pete.
didn't
when
resign
Zeke
him.
was doing his thing. Yeah.
Yeah, when Zeke
they
and
let-
Pollard were both doing their thing. Yeah,
Fair enough.
almost 2,000 yards.
So they let Skip Pete go.
This is the whole first segment.
Skip
of
Pete-
just
we're just gonna
Isaiah
let him
asking
cook.
questions.
Just Isaiah's
Skip
coy,
Pete was
It's
not
rhetorical
passive
question.
aggressive.
Skip Pete wasn't retained, correct?
That
No,
is-
he
that
was
is
not.
correct.
They chose not to. They opted out,
That's correct.
and now he has one of the best running back groups cores in the league.
Skip
Correct.
knows
Can we
how to
change
cook up.
QB vision to passive aggressive?
I'm just. These are facts, right?
PA vision, passive
Yeah,
aggressive vision.
yeah.
These are facts.
These are facts.
Okay.
These are the facts.
How are you guys doing? You guys had a good Monday and Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
I
good.
think they were better than yours by the sound of it. How was LA? Was it all right?
It was cool. It was busy, man.
Did
Busy.
Kyle Brandt get to you this week? or what?
No. I'm excited for this matchup. I
No,
truly am.
you're not.
I truly am excited for this matchup. Listen,
tell, Isaiah.
Listen, it's very difficult to play games when there's nothing to play for. This game has something to play for.
For now.
No, you get to be a villain.
Oh, yeah.
You get to be a villain. Put your
Yes.
villain hat on.
There you go.
You guys like villains.
Absolutely.
You two on that side of the table.
100%.
You guys love villains. Who's your favorite villain?
Ooh, great question.
What? Oh man.
Come on.
We talking comics or we talking?
I'm talking everything. Who's your favorite villain?
Magneto.
I'm just gonna say
Magneto's your favorite villain. He's pretty good.
I got roasted on the draft show one time because I called him Magneto.
I would have
And-
dragged.
oh, dude, it was like 2020. It was the first year on the draft
doesn't
show.
mess
It was like maybe
Magneto.
like my fourth or fifth show, like ever, of Cowboys content. And I called him Magneto, and my mentions.
Yeah. I would have joined in. I would have dragged you.
You
should go back.
did.
You should go
You
back.
probably did.
I
You just
probably
didn't know
did.
it.
Go back and find it.
We just didn't know each other yet.
Delete.
Did my mic go off?
Delete.
He's like,
reply
doesn't
to
he
Kyle.
fight Charles Javier?
Wow. That's
Professor
not
Z?
great. Magneto.
What?
Did my mic go off?
No.
I'm still on.
I don't think so.
Who's your favorite villain?
We go with Bane for now.
Bane. Ooh, Bane's a good one.
Really adopted.
So, who's yours?
Joker.
Yeah,
quality.
Yeah, the Joker's my favorite. Which one?
Not Joker.
I mean, there's multiple grade versions of the Joker, so kind of all encompassing is what I meant. But Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger.
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
I mean,
That's
all
me.
right.
Kyle's like the funny man.
yeah.
So
The comedian.
So
with
who
the
do
face
the
paint.
He's a clown, right? He's
Funny
happy.
mime.
who do the Cowboys need to embody this week?
Good question.
Magneto.
God, please never say that.
I
in
know.
my
I'm just
presence
messing with you.
again.
I'm just poking buttons.
Yeah.
Magneto.
How about what's his name? Blackbeard from Pirates of the Caribbean. 'Cause
Why is
we're-
that?
We're trying to kill some pirates.
That's a good
I'm
one.
going to stick with Magneto because they're playing at home and they have to control the tone and the environment.
Sunday night.
Yeah, they got to control home. They got to the space, the air, everything has to belong to them on Sunday night because they're playing well on the road, not so much at home. So, not being able to do it
wanna
against
hear
the
those
Bengals
cannons.
at home, not the Saints when they were good at home, not the Ravens at home. The list goes on.
No cannons allowed in AT&T Stadium.
Here's an opportunity to take a win. Here's an opportunity to take a win.
Forgot where
Are,
we were.
are you done talking while I'm talking?
Yeah.
Oh,
Second
Pirates.
day in a row.
pirate.
Josh did that
Had
to
get him
us
back. Yeah, he
yesterday.
did that yesterday. But no, the Cowboys have a perfect opportunity to be the villain, to play spoiler, but also in doing so, you beat a playoff caliber team at home, and that's just more energy and confidence that you would love to have. So hopefully, as you're going into the back end of this season, I know you're mathematically not eliminated from the playoffs just yet, but if you don't make the playoffs, which is likely that you want, at least you go out on your shield.
Yeah.
At least you go out fighting.
And you might be mathematically eliminated by the time
Yeah.
kickoff happens.
Pretty much
It's possible.
Because as soon as the teams that you don't need to win end up winning
Yep.
before you, and you're the last game of the day, there's a chance.
Which they've done all season.
yeah, pretty much.
Man, just play fast, play loose, play free. All the pressure's on Tampa Bay. Next week, all the pressure's on Philly. And the week after, all the pressure's on the Commanders to not get swept by the Cowboys and try to help
Yeah.
their seeding. So just be the bad guy. I like that, Isaiah.
Yeah,
be the
be the
bad
villain,
guy.
man. It's an
Be the
opportunity.
bad
Take advantage of it. Listen,
Go full score.
I know we're going to go into all the depths and all the position groups and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And we probably got to get to news and notes. So.
No, it's
No, go for
cook
it.
up because there's no availability. No availability.
There wasn't a
yesterday
whole
at
lot
practice, so
yesterday.
you got it.
Blank man.
True.
Great movie.
Who brought the noon chest?
Which aspect or which attack do you feel most confident about stopping from Tampa Bay Bucks? Their passing game or their running game?
The running game.
The running game.
You feel more confident in your ability to stop their
Man.
running game.
Yes.
Yes.
That question,
I would not.
that's
have
a
said
loaded
that.
question.
Yeah, it's a loaded question.
And I think I agree with the running game.
Running game strong
They're
now.
strong though. But
and violent.
I just don't trust a Trayvon Diggs-less secondary to stop Mike Evans. That's my problem.
No disrespect
And
to
Josh
Trayvon.
Butler,
No disrespect to Trayvon.
Sure.
Do you think that his presence was felt this year?
Yeah,
I do.
I do.
I do.
And
beginning half of the year,
was it
yeah.
felt like last year or the year prior? Well, not last year, but was it felt like peak? I didn't feel like peak Trayvon, but he made an impact.
You
Well,
felt like you knew that Trayvon was on the field at all times.
it was a lot of Trayvon
for the
without
most part.
Deron
At
Bland.
all times, it's loaded.
For the most part.
For the most
part,
Yes,
yes.
for the
You
most
felt
part,
like
yes.
I know Trayvon's out there.
For the
Yes.
most part, yes.
I didn't feel that.
Even in the times where they would throw away from him, you kind of figured why they were throwing away from him. Because Trayvon's on the field.
Well, and that's why whenever there were times of picking on Kalen Carson and picking on Amani Oruwariye and picking on
That's an
Josh
impact
Butler
from Trayvon
and
Diggs.
picking on all these guys that are around,
That
that's
aren't
an
number
impact
7.
from Trayvon Diggs.
I don't know which website we need to go to. How do we find how many attempts they had? How many pass attempts they had
Against Trayvon?
Against
I can
Trayvon.
figure it out. Give me
Next
2
gen
seconds.
stats.
I'm curious as to how the scheme this year affected his productivity.
Next
and
gen.
you guys very well may be true, may be right in your guys' sentiments in regards to.
Well, he's not picking off 11 passes like he
It's not
was
even.
2
It's not
years
even in the
ago.
picking off portion. You guys might be right. Maybe they just went away from him, right? But I didn't. I did not feel his presence this year.
That's
not.
fair.
That's not to say that he wasn't impactful. But there's a sense as well, right? There's sometimes when you step on the field, you know, hey, ooh, I just feel the energy over there, right? Like I can't go that way. And maybe that was the case.
I think it, and I'm with Kyle on this. I think it was the aspect of, especially before Deron Bland came back. That's why you saw so many targets against AO. That's why you saw so many targets to Kalen Carson. They were beating up on Kalen Carson as far as the targets are concerned because Bland wasn't there and they were thrown away from Lewis and away from Trayvon Diggs. That's an impact.
He gave up on 51 targets throughout the year. The high that he had seen was against Cincinnati. He saw 10 targets. Out of 51 targets, he allowed 33 receptions. That's less than 65% completion percentage, and it was for a total of 368 yards, which is just over 11 yards per catch.
What was last year? 50 attempts, 33 catches on 50 attempts this year. What was
Last year.
Well, last year.
Well, he didn't play.
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah,
Year
That's
before.
what I
Year
was like,
before.
but not last year.
That was last year was Deron.
Let's do 22, last full season he had, and that was the year, of course, after the 11 interceptions. He had 91 targets against, 63 receptions, which is nearly 70% completion, 760 yards.
more than this year.
Over 12 per attempt. So, yes, he had a better year technically this year than he did in 2022. Even the year he had 11 interceptions, it was 101 targets. They went after him significantly more, and he gave up 57 receptions. So a less completion percentage.
How many games did he play that year?
She doesn't say right
Sorry,
here.
I'm asking all those questions.
Yeah,
I'm,
no,
just, I'm trying to have a fair
keep on
comparison.
rolling.
But
The sample size of it.
Yeah, but
Because this year he played how many games? 12, 10, 11?
He played 11 games this
11
year.
games.
And that year he played
So 5 attempts, it's about almost 5 attempts
Give
per
or
game.
take.
17 and 22 and 16 and 21. So
17, 22.
even
in some areas,
average wise,
So
he had a
average-wise,
better
it was-
year.
yeah, better.
in some areas he outperformed.
Correct.
Even his peak seasons.
He's not having the picks and the notable plays,
So
and the
sure,
big
the
time
flash
stuff.
isn't there.
And there were times this year. I mean, you and I have been very critical in the past on this show about Trayvon Diggs and showing physicality, coming downhill, helping in the run game. There were times this year where he showed that. There were times last year prior to the injury
He's
where
gotten
he
better every
showed
year.
that. He has certainly added that element.
He
to
was
his
showing
game.
it last year, big time, before he got
Beforehand,
injured.
yeah,
It was
absolutely.
like
Well, he
a
was
night and day difference.
He was the reason why Deron Bland had that pick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think there's
Thanks
a
for
lot
pulling
of
that up.
Yeah.
Context is everything.
I think there's a little misconception if because you're not the only one that thinks that way. There's a little misconception that if Trayvon Diggs doesn't have the picks, he's not having as good of a year.
Much like if Micah doesn't get the sacks,
He's not having
impacting
as
his
That's
good
why I
of a
like
year.
pressures. Pressures, PBUs, those things matter.
Same thing. And so
Unless it's
completion
Joe Burrow, then it
percentage
doesn't matter.
completion percentage against matters.
Yes.
Like that certainly matters
correct.
against corners because that means you're not only getting targeted at a certain rate, but you're having success against you at a certain rate.
And you
So
even have
the
to
fact
take
that it's lower.
and you
is a
even
good
have to
thing.
take that stat into as a grain of salt because he's playing a lot more zone.
And yards per catch too.
Yeah.
Yards per reception. So that way you see how deep those plays.
And I bring these things up because people need to understand the context of the difference in schemes and how it changes you as a player, right? What it allows for you to do. In a Dan Quinn system, you're playing man-to-man, you're playing a lot more coverage. It's more me versus you versus in a Mike Zimmer scheme, it's different, right? You're playing a lot more zone, right? You're playing alongside, you're playing in accordance with your teammates, right? Like, this is my space, that's your space. Okay, hey, he's going to your zone now, right? The communication has to be different. So the way in which you approach the game has to be different. Now, you can grow substantially as a player in that regard because maybe you weren't as great of a zone defender as you before when you were just playing man, and now he's added that to his tool belt, right? So now maybe he is a well-rounded player now. There's a whole lot of ways you can look at it. When you start looking at a team like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and how creative they are offensively in terms of their schemes and how when you watch them on film, they pick apart zones. They understand zones. Like, they truly get it. They know how to dangle the little fruit in front of you, right? Get your linebacker to go with the option tight end or the running back, and whoop, there goes a Mike Evans behind you, or whoop, there goes a McMillan behind you, or
that's
whoop,
what scares
there goes
me.
an Auden behind you. You know, like, they got guys, right? And they have veteran. They have that veteran guy in the receiver room who there's nothing you can show him that he hasn't seen before. I mean, it's ridiculous to think that he's about to have 11 straight seasons
NFL record
we're talking
of
about
1,000. It's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You don't do that just because you're good versus man-to-man. You don't do that just because, I'm just, I've had a good run.
And no matter who the quarterback is,
Yeah.
just putting up
It's
yards.
wild.
Yeah.
So that's it.
He's had some good quarterbacks, but you're
But see,
right.
into that point. That's why I say it's more likely the Cowboys stop the rushing attack because in the past several weeks we've seen them be able to bottle up opposing teams way more often than not on the ground. We came into last week's game talking about how quality of a running back Chuba Hubbard was and how he's been able to do damage here recently and just over the course of his young NFL career before they awarded him with that new contract extension. And he goes in against the Cowboys, gets 32 yards on the ground. They absolutely shut him down. And it's not an anomaly. They've done that to other quality backs as well. So I just think it's more likely. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen. We'll see. But it's more likely that the front seven, even without Overshown, because shouts out to Leofau and how he's stepping up and Eric Kendricks, it's more likely that your front seven can contain
Bucky
Irving than it is that your secondary, absent Trayvon Diggs, absent Kalen Carson, absent Josh Butler, is going to be able to contain or bottle up Mike Evans and Auden, and I always want to call him Otan. And
UW.
You're right. And the Cowboys are, I don't want to say lucky, but fortunately for the Cowboys, but unfortunately for Chris Godwin, he's not playing in this game. Because if Chris Godwin was an added variable to this game, you are in such trouble.
You're absolutely.
But I stay on the ground.
And to stop the run is one thing, but that's also not saying that you're going to be able to stop Bucky Irving and Rachaad White in the receiving game because they're both highly respected receiving targets.
And this is
both
a top 5 rushing offense in the league.
Agreed. But
They can get after it.
Receiving grades, both of them are over 85%.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that's why they drafted.
Both of them are over 90%.
That's why they drafted. We got Derek Eagleton making a little. He's looking at the
Junior
background.
varsity coach.
He's on the. You're on the shot.
Junior varsity coach over there.
Oh man, you got the head tilt and everything. The point that when you're talking about the receiving ability out of the backfield, that's why they drafted Bucky Irving.
And it hurts. He was in the 4th round, man. Are you kidding me?
And Dallas had a high grade on him. They had their eyes on him as well.
But you got Leofau.
They had a lot of the Bucky Irving's a real deal. Like he is the real deal. He was my number 2 back in the draft last year. And he
Solid
went to the
back,
4th
solid
round.
coach.
There you go.
You got
Skip
Leofau.
Pete.
He's top 10 in offense, run, and receiving grade according to Pro Football Focus. He's really
legit.
really
Of
good.
the top 5, sorry, I know we're about to go to break. Top 5 rushing offenses we've played.
Probably all 5 of them.
The Eagles, Ravens, Commanders, Packers.
No.
Haven't played them this year. Bucks.
You played him in the playoffs
Last year. You found out.
Faffle.
Yeah, exactly. So you're about to play. You've already played 3 of them.
Yes.
And I have to go back and look at the stats, our stat line versus those 3 teams in the rushing defense. but you're about to play a fourth one out of the top 5 in the NFL. As much as we're going to talk about Mike Evans, as much as we're going to talk about Baker Mayfield, I need the people to understand this is a top 5 rushing offense. The rushing attack is real. They do not, I repeat, they do not have to drop back and throw the ball, but they're very good at it.
Yeah. All right, let's take our first break. When we come back, we continue to preview it. I want to know what else they do outside of the run game and outside of Bucky Irving. You mentioned Otten a couple different times.
You do.
You mentioned Mike Evans a couple different times. How have they combated not having Godwin on that defense or on that offensive side of the ball? And what has Baker Mayfield taken in a step in the right direction in? Because there's a couple different areas
for sure
you could hit with Baker Mayfield. More when we come back with more Talking Cowboys.
If you're looking for fresh American roasted coffee that gives back, you need to head to your local grocery store and pick up a bag of Black Rifle coffee. That's right, America's coffee is now available in the coffee aisle of a grocery store near you. Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran-founded with a mission to give back to those brave men and women who have served our nation. Every bag, box, or can you purchase helps support that mission. Head to your local grocery store and roast yourself some Black Rifle coffee today.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now, Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is, Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
If you shout, "How about them Cowboys?" you have that undeniable passion that's the heart of Cowboys Nation. And if you like to drink Dr. Pepper, you love the unique blend of its 23 flavors. Together, your one-of-a-kind fandom paired with the one-of-a-kind taste of a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper is the game day lineup that can't be beat. Better yet, gather your Cowboys and Dr. Pepper fan friends to watch the next game and crack open a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper for everyone. The wins will be even tastier. It's a pepper thing.
Back to Talkin' Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys, this portion of the show is brought to you by none other than Quaker Oats, the official oatmeal sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Quaker Oats, trusted since 1877.
Official smile of the Dallas. I mean, wait a second. It's
The milk's gone bad.
You had one job.
Yeah, one chance, man.
One job.
Run it back. Come on. Finish it.
After him.
they get Quaker codes in the corner.
There you go.
There you go. Stumbled out the blocks, but you finished the race.
You finished it out.
He recovered the fumble. You did recover the fumble.
It's a callback from yesterday.
It was.
I get it, man, but you can't.
There are a lot of smiles whenever you eat Quaker Oats.
There you go.
Can't be fumbling the snap like that.
Oh, dude.
purposeful.
Yesterday on the show, they had these, I guess there's a one drop.
No.
What's his name? Tyler, the Creator?
Yeah. Yes.
Tyler, the Creator, did a collab with the NFL. Did you guys hear about this?
Golf.
Yeah, golf.
Why you love to golf?
They sent us some gear yesterday.
Was that the Panthers thing?
No.
Who was that?
There's only 22 of the 32 teams did a collab. I don't know what happened there, but Cowboys are one of them, and they got some dope stuff.
I got some stuff.
It's like NFL golf. I don't want to promote this. All NFL stuff though, but
yeah,
some fire. So they sent me a shirt. I'll bring it in when it comes in.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty dope.
Okay.
Yeah, Tyler's a dope individual.
Bro, they got some.
Shop.dallascowboys.com.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dallas Cowboys.
it's available in the pro shop?
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has to be. It's a collab with the NFL, so
Very cool.
it's.
I mean, I know it is.
fire. They have some like bomber jackets and some other stuff. Kyle, I thought
That
about
hoodie?
it immediately. It's sick.
It's pretty sweet.
Sick.
May have to dabble. May have to go see what's going on. The I did an event at the pro shop. This is not a pro shop commercial, I promise. I did an event at the pro shop the other day. It was a Pepsi sweepstakes, and the winner gets like 60 seconds to grab whatever they want. And it no limit, like you just go. Or the only
jersey.
limit,
Are you kidding?
the only limit is you only get 2 jerseys. That's the limit. That's the one catch.
the pro shop?
But the pro shop at the stadium, I only get to go there every once in a while in terms of the actual pro shop at the stadium. That place is sweet.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is awesome. It, like this one out here is incredible, but the one at the stadium is like
It shows this one up?
This one is
next
incredible until you go to the one at the stadium.
Really?
And then this one kind of downgrades to nice.
Let's go on Monday.
Because the
Or
one at
Sunday.
the stadium is expansive.
I'll pop over there with
Let's
you.
go on
Yeah,
Sunday.
it's
Yeah, I'll pop over there.
Let's go.
My wife's going to be upset that I'm spending more money, but
No, don't tell her that.
Check it out.
Shh, it's Christmas.
That's one of the best parts about working here is like for Christmas. Are you kidding me, dude? Everyone, it's like, oh yeah, here you go, Cowboy stuff.
there it is.
Oh, well, I got
And everyone's stoked
a
about it.
family full of Falcons.
Got some new lapel
Got a
pins
family
for
full
the
of
suits.
Falcons fans, so that doesn't necessarily work.
The white helmet.
Are
like
we
the
just do it
white
anyway?
Cowboys
We
helmet.
are
that
1
shit.
week away from Christmas, aren't
I
we?
was sending laughing emoji.
So here's some
texts.
get right.
Bro, you got 3 kids.
I
About
was sending laughing emoji text last night. I was like, how'd that Kirk thing work out for you?
Let's talk Cowboys.
Let's talk Cowboys.
Let's talk it because
talking about
we're
Cowboys
having
Christmas
3
presents.
different conversations.
It was
in one
Cowboys
show.
Christmas presents. It all comes back to the star.
Tell me,
Let's talk about how hot Baker Mayfield is.
what is Baker Mayfield doing
That's
better
hot.
this year than he has at any other point in his career?
Understanding of the system and patience.
That's it.
That's not it.
Well,
That's 2 of the
but
main
that's
things for
the
me.
key,
Yeah,
right?
that's the key for me. I think he's fully confident in the system right now, and I think his ability to move in the pocket has been tremendous. His decision making has been better, probably because of his understanding and his trusting of the system. But he's cooking. He's cooking, and it doesn't hurt when you have a freaking solid running game, and you have Mike Evans. You lost Godwin, and you missed his presence, but
And it was tough when he didn't have Mike Evans, of course. But I don't know, man. To
as soon
me,
as he came back, it was just
you
lights
see
out.
some of that. You see some better decision making. But to me, I think he's always going to be
Gunslinger.
a gunslinger. I
That's
really.
that's the fun of watching him.
Oh,
play.
100%. I love seeing that.
Which one are you going to get?
Which one are you going to get? Because
Yeah.
they've lost 6 games, guys. I'm not.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
They're not unbeatable.
I get that they're a really great offense. You're talking about top 5 rushing attack in the NFL. Great quarterback. Excellent wide receiver. But when the wide receivers weren't there, Baker Mayfield struggled, even though he had targets in both Bucky Irving and Rachaad White. I just don't think that we can necessarily say this is one of the best teams in the NFL because Baker Mayfield is hit and miss. He will have games where he makes a lot of mistakes. Granted, there are less of those this year than they were in Cleveland or in Los Angeles. He's found a home in Tampa Bay. He's playing really well, but I still think he's going to be that guy. And you have an opportunity as Deron Bland to have a great game and show like this could be Deron Bland's signature game of the year. He hasn't had one yet. I think this is a huge chance for him because he's able to decoy. He's able to kind of like move around to show quarterbacks, oh, this guy's open, but he's not, dude. That closing speed of Deron Bland, I think, is going to be essential to their success this week.
I don't think Baker Mayfield has more than 20 attempts this game.
He had
Like, you think they
27
just want to
last
try
week.
to pound and ground the Cowboys defense into
What about the last 4 weeks of this defense stopping the run says that to you? Like, where are you getting this?
It's not
feeling?
It's not Tampa Bay. I mean, you're not. I mean, I'm just being real with you.
Saquon is that's not it for you?
No, because
Okay,
Saquon.
all
I mean,
right.
Saquon, right? But I'm talking about like
You're right. Saquon is Saquon.
yeah, Saquon is Saquon.
And we
but
stopped Saquon for the most part
for the most part
On the
yes.
ground.
On the ground.
on the ground.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
you
what we're
you
talking
pick.
about,
Yeah, you pick and choose, right? You pick and choose. But I don't have a vote of confidence that you're going to be able to slow down their running game. That's just me. It's a feeling thing. It's nothing I can really point my finger at right now.
Yeah,
It's a feeling thing. It's a combination of the 2 running backs that they have. It's a combination of their offensive line. It's the threat of the receiver going over the top, right? It's all those things. And I think that you'll get a lot of play action. I think you'll get Baker out on the edge. And yes, you'll have your opportunities. He has 5 interceptions over the last 3 weeks. Yeah, you're going to get your shots. Anytime Baker Mayfield's on the field, you have opportunity to get an interception because he is he's a wild card.
Yeah.
And you love him for that, but you hate him for that as well. I just with what they have on the line, I think they're going to play a lot safer game.
These are some of the teams that they've beaten this year. And this is on the 4-game winning streak alone. Giants, Panthers, Raiders, Chargers.
Yeah.
So Giants, Panthers, Raiders, each of them currently, if I'm not mistaken, have top 5 picks in the NFL draft currently slotted in 2025. The Vegas Raiders would be number 1. The Giants would be number 2. And who was the third one I just mentioned? The
Panthers.
The Panthers, yeah, they would be number 5. So they have 3 straight wins against them. But then they put up the 40 points against the Chargers. That's the most impressive win they've had to this point, by far. At least in the second half of the season since
And that's
they
with
got back.
getting Mike Evans back.
Once they get him back, it's significant.
It changes everything.
They did
Absolutely.
beat Detroit early in the year, which that's a huge win. They did beat Philadelphia early in the year, and they took care of Philadelphia 33-16. But they've lost a lot of the same matchups you've lost. They've lost to San Francisco. They lost to Atlanta. They've lost to Baltimore. They've lost to Denver. I know you haven't played Denver, but they're winning games that they probably should, and they're losing some of the games that they probably should and maybe shouldn't as well. So, with all that being said, the up and the down is caused by something. Where can Dallas take advantage of it? Is it DeRon Bland or
lab coat?
Yes.
You want some lab
Let's
coat?
get a little lab coat.
It's
Little
9:31.
science.
You want to start the last segment?
You want to go back into it?
Let's go. Let's start.
Let's
the
take a
third
break.
segment.
When we come back, Patrick's got some science he's been holding back. I like
Wait
it.
for this, Isaiah.
Let's go. Science time. It's Lab Coat right after this with more Talking Cowboys.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now, Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is, Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
They say champions are remembered, but legends are never forgotten. United Ag and Turf offers a winning lineup of John Deere equipment built to tackle any challenge on and off the field. Legendary John Deere tractors, combines, residential mowers, commercial mowers, compact construction equipment, Gator utility vehicles, and a full line of golf and sports turf equipment. United Ag and Turf, the official Ag and Turf equipment supplier of the Dallas Cowboys. Visit UnitedAgAndTurf.com to find a location near you.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
And we're going to overtime.
Erica, how much have I spent on concessions?
For questions about their money, Dallas Cowboys fans can turn to Erica, the virtual financial assistant in the Bank of America mobile banking app. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/Erica by your side. Bank of America, official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Erica responses may vary. Digital tools featured require downloading the mobile banking app and may only be available on select mobile devices. Erica is a mobile feature only available in the English language. Your chat may be recorded and monitored for quality assurance. Message and data rates and additional terms may apply. Bank of America, N.A., member FDIC.
Back to Talkin' Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys, this segment of the show is brought to you by Invisalign,
Trust
the
it says
official
1877.
the official smile of the Dallas Cowboys. Josh Rodriguez's favorite.
Yep.
Invisalign. I love it.
What are you trying to say, man?
You like it?
You think I need Invisalign or something?
You probably
I
should.
would gladly take
Why not?
Invisalign.
I would love Invisalign.
Yeah,
Thank you,
why not?
Invisalign.
Especially
for the free.
Especially for the free.
I've said it on the show before. It was the best thing I could
Why
have
haven't
done.
we met an Invisalign rep? We've met a rep from every
Because
other
they don't
sponsor.
need reps. That's how good the product is.
That's true. I needed to meet.
It's
a
like
rep.
you never see a Lamborghini commercial, do you?
I mean, we shoot them out every day.
Come on down.
We shoot them out. Actually, they started producing.
Yeah, they did.
They have a few out there now.
Now.
So it's been a little bit, but now it's time.
It's cold in here.
Do you need a coat?
I do.
How about a lab coat?
Yes, science!
Yes, science. All right, so.
Protective goggles are on. Closed-toed shoes.
Pocket protector.
Pocket protector.
Here we go. Gloves. Make sure the Bunsen burner is at the right level.
Ooh,
All
I
right.
love setting
nice.
that on fire.
Let's cook up.
Oh, there's something in my eyes.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah.
Hey, we got Shades Kyle on here. So
Shades Kyle.
Watch out, Shades and Bar. We got
Yeah,
Shades
we're-
Kyle. We got Shades Kyle.
Forgot I'm not the
coming
only
for
one that
Shades
would
Amber.
do this.
Coming
yeah.
for him. So while Josh so eloquently pointed out exactly how hot Baker Mayfield is,
He's on fire.
right?
Dude.
And Isaiah so eloquently and accurately pointed out
he's
that
kinda
they
handsome.
can do it both on the ground and in the air.
That's right. Both sides.
Kyle presents a wonderful question. So what is it that Baker Mayfield is doing wrong when he does something wrong that is costing them games? Well, we talked about how Baker Mayfield has, his several interceptions in the past several games. Here's where you can pinpoint, though. It's not necessarily about Q1 or Q3 or Q4. Something about the second quarter turns Baker Mayfield into the wrong version of Baker Mayfield. I came across this interesting stat and went back and looked at the film that supported this. I don't know why he's pressing in the second quarter of most of these games, because there are circumstances where he doesn't have to press, but the gunslinger comes out unnecessarily. In weeks, I won't say it this way. Baker Mayfield, shouts out to Pro Football Network, this is where I got the stat from. He's thrown 10 interceptions in the second quarter this season.
How many?
10 in the second quarter alone.
Of his 14?
That is the most in the second quarter of an NFL game since Elvis Gerbach threw 11 of them over the course of second quarters in 2011.
Good old Elvis Gerbach.
Good
one
old
of my
Elvis.
favorites.
So that is the most in almost 24 seasons. It is about the second quarter. I don't know what it is, but if you're Mike Zimmer and you're watching this, if you're the Cowboys defense and you're watching this, help Baker Mayfield continue to implode in the second quarter. You do that, you get your takeaways, and then you look at the Cowboys offense and you say, do what you did in Carolina, reward us for these takeaways, and now you can hopefully make the Buccaneers one-dimensional, taking the ball out of Skip Pete's hands, right? Now you have a better shot of winning that game and upsetting them. So, absolutely, 10 of his interceptions, Baker Mayfield, this season.
Him and Elvis
Gerbach. They do not throw the ball well in the second quarter. I don't know what mentally goes on with him, but exploit it is what I'm saying.
They've been outscored in the second quarter, 134 to 100. Would you like to compare that the other quarters across the board?
Go for it.
First quarter, they have outscored their opponents 105 to 51. Taking care of business in the first
quarter.
Third quarter, they've outscored their opponents 71 to 59.
Second quarter.
There's no way they outscore their opponents in all four quarters except for the second quarter, right?
No.
Fourth quarter, they outscore their opponents 124 to 70.
Oh, my God.
Plus 54 in the fourth quarter. So,
come back.
Second quarter.
Take
care of business.
This game can get decided.
Would we like to talk about the Cowboys' second quarter?
Don't do that, Kyle. Don't do that.
Don't talk about our first quarter.
What about the third quarter? That's even worse. Actually, the first quarter,
Oh, no.
You've been outscored.
You did it. You
Not the snicker.
You've been outscored by 50 in the first.
No doodle.
You've actually outscored opponents by 4 in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
We've got a window of opportunity.
Very nice.
98 to 94. The third quarter.
So you're saying there's a chance.
You've been outscored 91 to 64 in the third quarter.
Coming out the break.
And then you've been outscored 103 to 94 in the fourth quarter. So not too
Win
bad.
the second quarter, and you will likely win this game.
You got to win it big.
Yeah.
You got to win it big. And honestly,
quarter
Beamer,
shows.
I need you to pull up a drop for me. This is from Girls Talk, Boys Talk. I need you to, Nicole, wake up in the first quarter.
That was almost her right.
Wake up!
That's her cadence.
I need you to wake up in the first quarter because it's bad, man. It's really bad. Please score a touchdown on your opening drive. It's really, really atrocious.
What do you need to do?
You need to wake up!
Just kind of sounded like,
Also, one final kind of tidbit. We're talking about the Cowboys defense. Something else I came across. We know that the Cowboys, for a large part of this season and a couple seasons past, they've struggled with stopping teams from converting on third downs. This back half of the season, with Micah Parsons back on the field, they've been able to produce that, even without Trayvon Diggs, and last week without DeMarvion Overshown. The Cowboys defense has has forced opponents to failing to pick up more than 1/3 of their third down attempts over the past 5 games.
Heck yes.
So third down defense has improved significantly over the past 5 games. So if you combine that with circling the second quarter and not just winning it, but to Kyle's point, you need to win it big. So I believe the Cowboys can get 1 or 2 takeaways in the second quarter. It's going to be right there for you. Question will then be, Can Cooper Rush, CeeDee Lamb, and this offense, Rico Dowdle, can they then get touchdowns off of those takeaways? Not just field goals. That's how you win it big. Because if you get a couple takeaways, your defense won big, but if you only walk away with 3 or 6 points because of 1 or 2 field goals, you won it, but not big enough for what might happen in the third quarter.
It's got to be second half
win
against
the game
Carolina.
in the second quarter, and then tighten the grip in the third and fourth.
In defense.
On Cowboys Update this week, I give a key to the game every week, and my key this week is force at least 2 takeaways in the first half.
Fair.
At least 2 in the first half.
Fair.
It's aggressive.
If you get
them rolling
interceptions
downhill.
early, man,
But it's aggressive.
a different game.
but
Get them rolling downhill, and it changes.
But the science proves and the film supports you could get 2 in the second quarter against this Tampa Bay.
Absolutely.
Baker's going to go full gunslinger in the second quarter. He typically does. 10 interceptions out of his 14 this season.
He doesn't
have
like
come
pressure.
in the second quarter.
He doesn't like pressure?
He does not like pressure.
Well, he doesn't get a lot of pressure on the left side, I'll tell you that. Because you got Tristan Wirfs.
He's kind of a dude.
He's kind of a dude. He's kind of playing exactly how you expect an early first rounder to play. Going up against Micah Parsons, man, that's gonna be a battle.
It's worth the price.
Does
of
Micah
admission.
go to his side, or does the Micah switch sides?
I hope Micah goes up the middle because they have trouble at the left guard. They have trouble at center.
Michael will be weak side, strong side, 0 tech, 3 tech.
Drop back.
Drop back. He's going to be all over the place.
But they have a good right side of the line.
Also, keep an eye on Leofau because Leofau is getting put in those blitz packages as well. So,
But Wirfs is a dude.
Is it a blitz? Is it a ghost blitz?
And he's actually, I think he's ranked, number 1 overall in pass block grade according to PFF.
Wow.
Number one overall.
Yeah.
For
I was
pass
thinking
blocking
all
grade.
pro whenever I watched their tape from last week against the Chargers because
Really?
he went up against Bosa and stonewalled Bosa.
Another
kind of a dude.
Run blocker for them, Kieft. You guys looked at him at all? Number 41, dude is a mauler. He's a big reason for Bucky Irving's success on the ground. I like this dude a lot.
Their offensive line has been that way for years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they figure it out.
Yeah, but at tight end, Kieft is a dude in the run blocking game. And also, okay, question for Kyle.
Osa Odiggy Zoo.
I want to see it. Caden, or not Caden, Kyle.
We miss you, Kate.
I got a little tongue-tied because of Cade Otton. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is this dude a Kyle Youmans guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a
I
draft
was
show.
watching it. I was like, I bet Kyle loves
I
this
loved
dude.
Cade Otton coming out. I thought
There's 2 UW guys on offense, by the way.
him and
McMillan.
oh yeah, McMillan. He was pretty good last year too. He wasn't one of my
kinda mid this
pet
year.
cats. Cade Otton was a pet cat in the draft show for me a couple years ago because he was a dude.
From
because
the
he went to
dub.
Washington.
What do we
Duh.
like about Cade Otton?
I like his physicality. He's an all-around tight end. He is Jake Ferguson, but probably better. If I'm being completely honest.
Hey, Patrick's here, man.
I
Don't say
love
that.
Jake
No,
Ferguson.
okay.
Don't get me wrong.
I'm going to let him finish his point.
Yeah.
I'm going to add on to that.
Yeah, I love what he does from a pass catcher standpoint. He's a great route runner for a tight end, too, even despite the frame. I don't know, right off the top, my computer just died.
I got you.
But what is his measurables across the board?
One sec.
What does he got? Because I think it's like 6'4".
6'5", 247.
Yeah, like that guy running routes,
Yeah.
good luck. Have some fun.
Big body yaddy.
He
Yeah,
has 600 yards.
Big body, yada,
He's
yada,
a
yada, yada.
mismatch, is what he is, and he does everything well.
And he's
Averages
tough.
10 yards of reception.
Dude, he's
Tough.
He's next
tough
level.
dude, man.
Yeah.
No, I was going to
Gritty,
say I
glass eater.
was high on Otton when he was coming into the league a couple seasons ago, and obviously this was also on the back end of what I felt was
Another 4th-round pick. by the way.
what I felt was going to be the end of Dalton Schultz's era here. So in looking at Dalton Schultz's successors, Cade Otton was absolutely top notch on my list of guys I would have loved to see here in Dallas. And obviously the Cowboys, they still won because they got Jake Ferguson and he is a more than worthy successor
For sure.
But yeah, I'd say that to say Otton he's a horse.
Going
He's a
into
horse.
day 3 that year of that draft class, the names on the board for the tight end position went Cade Otton. Then there were like 1 or 2 other names there. I can't remember the names in between, but Cade Otton was the number 1. And then he went off the board, first pick of the day to Tampa Bay, and everybody was like, well, that was short-lived. All right. And then they ended up getting Jake Ferguson. So worked out anyways. Totally fine. And Jake Ferguson's a dude, and I'm so glad he's here with the Cowboys.
I am too.
Cade Otton's he's a monster.
It's so funny. I was watching film and I was like, that's a
Kyle guy.
That's a Kyle guy.
2 UW guys on offense, and there's another UW guy on the other side of the ball.
Defense. His name is what?
We'll talk about him tomorrow.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're setting up the team.
Call him Double V.
Right on time.
Washington going on in Tampa.
You know what you get when you put 2 V's together?
A W.
Vita Vea.
A W. Let's go.
I hate everything about it. You're too much. What bowl game's Washington playing in?
None. I don't know. I think they're playing in the what is it, down in El Paso? What do you call it?
The Sun Bowl?
Yeah, I think
They're in the
El
Sun
Paso.
Bowl.
Yeah.
There's so many bowl games.
That was my first
made a bowl game?
my redshirt freshman year. I know, I was surprised too. My redshirt freshman year, we played in the Sun Bowl.
Oh, it's a cool stadium. It's cut. It's literally carved into a mountain.
Bro, I know.
It's pretty cool.
20 yards away is Mexico.
Yeah, like over the other side of that mountain.
Over yonder.
It's right there.
Right there.
It's a nice getaway.
No doubt.
Not that part.
Not that part. If you've ever driven through that, yeah, not that
I love Mexico. Not that part.
Yeah. All right. That's going to do it for us here on Talking Cowboys.
Got to make
Great
our
way
picks
end
tomorrow,
it.
by the way, because no show on Friday.
What?
Oh, I forgot no show on Friday.
Oh, tomorrow's show's going to be Fast and Furious.
Oh, so we're a say it with your chest. Thursday. Oh.
And
I'm glad you reminded me because I would have showed up on Thursday. We would have
just when I thought you were going to mess up because you messed up the oat thing, you totally redeemed yourself.
That was on purpose.
I know. It was totally on purpose.
Come on, man.
Hey, I'm here for you.
Thank you, Isaiah.
I'm not.
Even though I wasn't here for you at the beginning of the show. Quit it.
See what I mean? It'd
For
be your own
Patrik
people.
No. Walker, for Josh Rodriguez, for Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam in the back, and Kyle Youmans. Join us tomorrow. Say it with your chest Thursday. We're going to have QB Vision and our Pick'em segments. We're going to be locked and loaded. We've got more Talking Cowboys coming up tomorrow. We'll see you there.
Wake up! This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?